Morning, guys. We're across the street and we're doing some clearing of this old rhododendron, getting these branches cleaned off so it improves the view from the inside because it's a gorgeous view from her dining room area. And the last thing I'm going to do is, if you pan up this arborvitae, it is full of poison ivy. And we're going to cut that poison ivy, and then I have a non-toxic to animal type solution that we're going to try. It'll have to be reapplied more than once. But anyhow, we'll get started. This tree is so brittle. Reg, if you'll come in here and look at the base of this branch, that's how easy it's been to get 2 branches.
So you didn't need the big saw.
No, I haven't had to have the big saw, but I'm going to, just call me. If you need any help around town clearing brush, just call me. I'll cut those up in smaller pieces so we can dispose of them. And then I'm going to go ahead and, for example, this branch, we're going to get it cleaned off. Maybe. That may be a little too big for this. Ugh. Let's try it this way. And just get this all cleaned up the best we can. So it may take more than I have a little power saw. But why not use hand tools? And there we go. So that already looks better like that. Then, I'll go back in here, try and get these dead branches off. Like that. Just start cleaning them off and get back to where we see some green leaf, and then you can see all the rhododendron back in here. So that's going to be a little bit of a job, but not much. But it already looks better just taking those few branches off. These have green leaves, even though it's a little dead in here. But I will go through and edit. Oh, this is a good old dead branch. It goes clear back in here. Where's it from? Ah, that whole thing's going to come out, but it's back here. We'll get that. That's dead. Look how easy that is. Like some time to get better, but anyhow, I'm going to finish this after we do the poison ivy, Reg. I'm going to show you right now. So you got long sleeves. Oh, don't want to lose the mic. We got long sleeves on. Get my gloves on. And we just got to go at it. You've got to see where the vines are coming from the ground up. And I've looked at that already this morning. These gloves will get thrown away. But you can see I pulled some of the root. If you can get the roots of your ivy out, that's wonderful. But if you can't, then what you do is you come in here and you try and go 6 inches above and find the vines and make them come off on that side of that tree like that. You can see how it's attached itself. And we're going to go ahead and just cut that there. Here's another big branch. So we're going to be cutting these branches everywhere we see a poison ivy branch. That's not poison ivy, that's part of the tree. That is poison. This is poison coming from the ground. Cut that. I'm going around looking for any poison ivy. And then, like I said, I'm going to pour the concoction is, let's cut. I cut that once. That goes up the tree. There's some smaller branches in back here, which probably Reggie can't see. Oh, golly. Oh, I can see one clear back in here, which Reg can't see from the ground. All of this is poison. And then, excuse me. All right. Did I get that cut? Yeah.
So the idea is,
What's the idea?
you cut the vine
Yeah.
at the root or close to the root.
Right.
Then what do you do about all of those vines that are in the tree? Look
Okay.
at that.
Well, what's going to happen, from what I've read, in 2 to 3 weeks, that'll all be dead. And then you can just pull it out of the tree itself. And
And
that's
what
our
about
hope, that once we've cut all this, where it's attached itself, this too will be. But the one thing we're not going to do with any of these vines is
clean them up?
we're not going to clean anything up till they're dead. And we're not going to burn them because the oils are terrible. And they're not going in a compost pile. So once these get cleaned up with gloving and long sleeves, they'll have to be disposed of
Good.
in the garbage. Yeah. So I'm going to keep going, and then we'll show you what it looks like when I'm through cutting all that dead wood out.
So what do you put? Do you put something?
Oh, shoot, Reg. Yeah, I'm glad you're here.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
know.
So in my bucket, this is what this is very organic, what you can make at home. It's a cup of salt, house salt, any salt you have, a tablespoon of white vinegar, and I'm sure if you didn't have white, you could use
Apple cider.
apple cider, and a tablespoon of Dawn dishwashing liquid or any
Don't rub your
dish soap.
face, honey.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. Anyhow, and then what you do, you go in here, and I'm going to pour it on the leaves that are down here, and all around the tree trunk where I've cut. And I will have to reapply, they say. And once it's dead from the ground up, then we might be able to see, once I get this all raked up, where the roots really are. And we can, if I get aggressive, I'm not highly allergic, at least I've never been highly allergic, but it could all change today.
Stop that.
Sorry. So anyhow, again, I'm going to pour this whole gallon of my concoction here, which I found on YouTube. And, you know, that's wisdom in it. Anyhow, that's what we're going to do today. So this job is done outside of leaving
least
it
for
alone.
now.
For now, yeah. Again, it mentions you'll have to reapply.
Look at all those eyes.
Yeah, I may go ahead and cut these down so that the view from the dining room and pour, I am going to cut these pieces on the ground, pour this stuff on them, let them die, and just to improve the look. And then in a couple weeks I'll show you how it looks, but I'll show you how this looks when we're all done too. We'll get back to you. Bye. So there's the pile. That was a lot of dead wood out of this rhododendron, and it really cleaned it up nicely, particularly from, you know, the view with inside the house, which that's all we wanted to see is more green, and it'll probably green up. I could spend all day pruning and picking, but you know, our neighbors are nice to let us clean it up for them. And then I've gone ahead and everything I cut off of the trees here with the poison ivy, I have gone ahead and soaked them in the cup of salt, tablespoon of vinegar, and a tablespoon of dish liquid in a gallon of water, and poured it on top of that. And I looked again, and I've cut everything where I think it needs to be cut, and we'll see. And again, in 2 weeks, we'll bring you back and see what the change is.
Say it takes about 2 weeks.
They say, but we'll see when it starts to die. So that's gonna be my job. I'm just cleaning up all my tools that I've used. I threw away my original gloves where I was fooling with that, went back to the house, got fresh gloves. And then all my tools are gonna get washed with Clorox water, and the handles, everything, because of the chances of picking up some of the oils from the poison ivy. And So that's the end of my day. And then once I get
Yeah, that's
them,
my saw, so be sure to get that.
everything's going to get washed. Although the saw did not touch any of the poison ivy.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm washing everything, and then I'm going to go inside. Everything I have on gets washed, and I'm going to scrub hard everything that could have been exposed to the oils, if anything at all. But so that's my day today. I feel really good about it.
You
and,
should. It looks great.
A perfect morning to be doing it. Yeah, I think it's gonna be beautiful, particularly in the spring when you start seeing these. This is a bloom that started to come out when you see those pretty purple blooms on the rhododendron from the inside.
There's one right above your head too.
Is there another one right above me? Yeah. You know, sometimes you get a fluke bloom this time of year, but that'll be pretty. It's going to be prettier than seeing all the dead. So anyhow, that's it for where am I? Gardening on the West Fork, across the river. Not across the river, just across
the street.
Yeah. So thanks for watching.
On the other side of the river.
On the other side of the river. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you the next time. Bye.